got his second basket of the game. It's 25-19. Richardson gets into the paint. Kick out. Sullivan three on the way. Long rebound. Bounces out in the corner to Eskis. Eskis able to get a step on Sullivan. Pulls up for a three-pointer. I was going to say, Troy Eskis. You kidding me? He's going to hit that too? I like it though. Good aggressive mindset there from Eskis as Padilla pulls in the rebound. Ramos coming up. No one picks him up. Trying to shake Juan. Juan not going anywhere. Padilla. Over to Gongasame. He'll launch a three. Off the back iron. Ball tapped around and Whitaker is able to retrieve it. Whitaker stops at half court and gives way to Diaz. Here's Kaplan. Whitaker. Richardson trying to tie him up. Whitaker able to come out with it. Kaplan now has it. Kaplan all the way to the basket. Nice reverse layup from Miles Kaplan. He gets a basket. Now it's a 4-point game. It's 21-25. Wangasame along the baseline. Trying to go up and over Eskis. Eskis pulls in the rebound. Gets past Ramos. And drops it off inside. Diaz tried to put it up and in. Well, he caught it in the air. Pass ended up getting deflected, going out of bounds. It'll stay Rim Rockers' ball. 4-point ball game. Hello, welcome to NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp high atop the hill in in Sonora, California. We're at the Sierra Outdoor School. Getting ready for a D-League game between the Altitude and the Energy. Here on day 2 of this 5-day, 4-night overnight basketball camp. And the Altitude and the Energy set for their first league game, as we had evaluation games last night. The draft occurred once the campers went to bed. This morning they found their squads, had some practices with their coaches, and are ready for their first league game of the day. And it's going to be, again, the Altitude and the Energy. The Altitude coming out in orange, and the Energy will be in white. We take a look at the starting lineup first. We'll start off with the Energy. You got Jacob Phillips along with Hudson Page as Wally Flooch try to win the jump ball, and he does get it over to the Energy. So Flooch, Page, Phillips, Elias Hackett, and Landon Bader out there for the Energy. Bader wanted the sidestep 3. Nash Burgess all over him. You got Nash Burgess, Mason Johnson, excuse me. He's the one who got the steal. I beg your pardon. Trying to finish up right on my roster here. Pass up top, straightaway 3. Nearly went down for Landon Hansote. It's Avery Raya, Landon Hansote, Mason Johnson, Trevor Jansen, and Nash Burgess, the 5 for the Altitude. Bader gets inside, little fall away, won't go. Rebound by Flooch. Rebound's in the hand of Nash Burgess. Johnson ups against Hackett, trying to get to his right hand. Kicks it out to Jansen, 3 on the way. And Sote chases down the loose ball. And Sote at the foul line. Kicks it out to Nash Burgess. He'll tee up a 3. Back iron. And a couple of members of the Energy couldn't get to that rebound, and ends up in the hands of the Altitude. High fall away from Trevor Jansen. He was looking for Altitude on that shot for the Altitude. Bader. Flooch down low. Kicks it cross court to Page. Ball movement as they work it around to Hackett. Hackett now drives the lane. Good layup there for Elias Hackett. He gets the scoring started. 2-0 Energy. There's the wind picking up here at the Sierra Outdoor School. And so kicks it over to Johnson. He'll line up a 3 from the corner. Bounces to Raya on the opposite corner, and he lays it in for 2. A bucket for Avery Raya. That's his first points. First points for the Altitude. 2-2. His Page's long-range shot off the mark. Rebound to Nash Burgess. Burgess pushing the pace. He'll get a step inside. Goes up and over Flooch. Layup won't go. Rebound hauled in by Landon Bader. Bader all the way to the basket, going coast to coast, making the most of that drive. 4-2. Favor of the Energy. Just getting underway here in this D-League basketball division game. Junior high division, 7th and 8th graders. We saw earlier the Dazzle defeated the Rim Rockers. The Dazzle currently in front of the D-League division. Johnson off the mark. Hackett. Gives way to Flooch. Flooch, the mid-range buckets for Wally Flooch. Nice shot there for Wally. Quickly becoming one of my favorite players out here. Love the hustle from Wally. Always around the basketball. You know, those players that have a knack for being around the basketball. His hand suit spins away from Phillips. And that one blocked by Bader. Jansen thought he had a look. He gets closer and got himself a good look. He powers it up and in for 2. 6-4. Hackett. Hands off to Bader. Bader tries to drive the lane, cut off there by Burgess. Good defense. Working around a Page. Long range 2. Ball tapped. Picked up by Flooch. Turns. Puts it up. Just short. Burgess with another rebound. Burgess Like Jansen at the corner. And so, his way to Johnson. Johnson coming off the Jansen screen. Fakes the handoff, still dribbling along the baseline. Somehow slips it into Hanso, who somehow makes it go into the basket there. A little flip shot from Landon Hanso. We're knotted up at 6. Nice find there from Johnson. Nice find there from Bader as Page slips back door. Got a step on Raya, who ends up getting the rebound, and Page couldn't get that one to drop. Johnson stop and pop in the paint. Easy deuce for Mason Johnson. Bader, a little hezzy, gets him inside. Up and over Burgess for 2. Second bucket for Landon Bader. Gonna be an and 1 bucket for Landon Bader as the foul called. Free throw coming up here for Landon. Trying to break the 8-8 tie. 1 free throw coming up. Bader, 6-footer from Redwood Valley. First shot on the way, short. He slips it over to Hackett. Hackett down low. That one blocked by Burgess. Going to go out of bounds over to the Energy. And they'll have it when we come back as we step aside, take a substitution break here on NorCal Sports TV. Back here on NorCal Sports TV, along with Joseph Yanes, who's part-time producer, part-time YouTube savant, part-time Brazilian rodeo champion. Not sure what else he's got in tow, but he seems to do it all. It's Joseph Yanes. I just get to watch basketball out here on NorCal Sports TV. Not much else I can do, but sit here and watch hoops. Talk about it as Jansen lines up a straightaway 3 butter cheese for Trevor Jansen. 3-pointer from the pass from Mason Johnson. Nice little pick and pop. Results in a lead here for the Altitude as they go up 11-8. Hackett fakes the handoff. Bader trying for the answer 3. Got it to go. 7 points in the game for Landon Bader. We're tied up at 8-8. We're tied up at 11-11. Teams exchanging 3-pointers as Johnson comes off another screen. The back, Jansen this time a little head fake. Left-hand scoop layup. Bader got a piece of that one, I think. The follow from Burgess ends up in the hands of Bader. Long outlet pass up ahead to Page. Page going right at Johnson, lets him fly by. And a shot off the back iron. Rebounded by Nash Burgess. Johnson, a little hezzy again, getting to that right hand, but runs into a whole lot of traffic as Hackett takes it away. Bader finding Gregory Nunez, who's into the ball game. He can't catch it cleanly. Mason Johnson coming back the other way. A little helter-skelter pace as Hackett able to stop the ball. Jansen got another 3-pointer to go. Second triple for Trevor Jansen coming out of the substitution timeout. 14-13. The Altitude back up in front. Bader answered the last one, can't answer this one. Jansen and Nunez fighting for the rebound. Last touch by Jansen. It'll stay down at this end with the Energy. We got Nunez, Hackett, Page, Phillips, and Bader, and it's actually going to be Altitude basketball. We're going the other way. Burgess, Johnson, Chase Taylor also into the game. I mentioned Trevor Jansen. As here Burgess goes all the way to the basket but can't get it to go down. And you also have Sasha Bott, the 5th member of the Altitude, out there on the court. Hackett trying to go at Johnson. Johnson stops ball. Page steps back, fires, knocks down the 3. Showed everybody too with the hands just how much that one was worth. He holds up the 3 spot. There's a 3-pointer for Hudson Page. Tie us back up at 14. So we're tied up at 8-8. 11-11. 14-14 is where we're at now. Taylor has it in the corner. Comes off the screen, gets it back over to Burgess. Burgess into the paint, kick out to Johnson. Short. Ball tapped over to Nash Burgess. Jansen's got 2. And he misses that one. There's Phillips giving it up ahead to Bader. Bader kicks out to Hackett. Hackett back rimmed it, but Phillips' shot blocked by Trevor Jansen. Bader gets inside and has that one taken away by Burgess. Good defense. Burgess out in front of everyone. Able to get that one up and in past Hudson Page. Lead back over to the Altitude at 16-14. That's the first bucket for Nash Burgess. Jansen with the block shot. Let's watch that one out of bounds. 2-point ball game. 16-14 as Jansen and Dudas were fighting for position. Dudas is like, hey, dude, I'm just trying to take the ball out of bounds, man. Ease up, bro. Phillips, mid-range. Won't go down. Here comes Burgess. Burgess goes to Phillips. Lays it up with the left hand. Bader up ahead. He's got Page. Page spinning away from a couple defenders. Has Nunez out in front. Nunez skips it over to Bader. Bader down low. Nice pass to Gregory Nunez. Nunez got the bucket. We're tied up again. This time at 16. Johnson, nice low crossover, little step back mid-range. Rebound Bader. Bader being picked up by Burgess. Hackett. Bader. Kick out to Page. Thought he had that one. He was already hopping back.
Break.
And that'll take us to a timeout break here on NorCal Sports TV. We'll step aside and be back with the Altitude and the Energy in a tie ball game. Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV's coverage of the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. We got one more game before we got dinner time, but the line is forming outside the dining hall. The campers are ready to get the grub going. Not sure what's on the menus. Sasha Bott was trying to put a three-pointer on the menu. Bounces off, and Raya gets the rebound. Raya, you got hand soaked. Here's Burgess launching. Back rimmed it. You also have Taylor out there with Bott. B5 for the Altitude. They're in orange and blue. We're tied up at 16. Elias Hackett looking for Hudson Page. Mid-range shot from Page Off the mark, Gregory Nunez, Jacob Phillips, and Wally Fluch. The others, I won't say starters, the other 5 out here for the Energy. Is that one off the mark from Hansote? Had a wide open look, couldn't get it to go down. Here comes Hackett, no one stopping ball. Raya finally picks him up at the elbow. Hackett looking for Fluch. Fluch, too strong. Nunez has the one tied up down low by Chase Taylor. We'll try to find out whose ball it is. And it's going to stay down at this end with the Energy. Now it's going to go to the Altitude. So the Energy are going to have to get back on defense. It'll be Energy basketball. Burgess. On that Fluch. Little hezzy, gets him to the other side of the rim and hangs on the rim and falls for Nash Burgess. Lead back over to the Altitude, 18-16. Hackett. Trying to get it inside to Fluch. That one picked off by Bott. Good defense. Bott gets it over to Raya. Burgess at the elbow, fakes the pass, and then Fluch denies him at the rim. Blocked there by Wally. Hackett looking to push, has a lane, and dribbles it out, steps back, shoots a 3. And Fluch, his follow off the back iron into the hands of Sasha Bott. Nice rebound. The dining hall's been opened. Campers heading in there. They kick it out to Hansote. Fires a 3. Taylor, nice reverse. Chase Taylor with the bucket. 4-point lead now for the Altitude. Elias Hackett needs some help. He's got no one to pass the ball into. And that's going to be a 5-second call as Hackett can't play it in. The ball goes over to the Altitude. Up by 4, 20-16.
Minute 40.
100 seconds left to play. And Suit trying to pass it in. Got Taylor up top. Taylor, little ball fake. No, the left hand. Oh, thought Chase Taylor had that bucket going down just off the front rim. Here comes Hudson Page. Page's pass picked off by Raya. Read that one in the passing lane. Ball ends up in the hands of Hansote. Hansote trying to shake Nunez. Gets over to Raya. Raya gets a step. Raya along the baseline. Layup's good for Avery Raya. Nice drive. 6-point lead here for the Altitude. 22-16. Page gets it off to Hackett. Now gets it back from Phillips. Try to get it down low to Fluch. That one poked out by Burgess. Raya gives out to Taylor. Taylor over to Burgess. Burgess, one more to Bott in the corner. Nice pass down low to Taylor. Hit the side of the backboard. Fluch with the rebound. Final 30 seconds here of the first half. That one off the back of Phillips. In the hands of Bott.
Was there a game going on right here?
Hansote. Short on the shot. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Taylor. Taylor can't get it to go.
10 seconds.
Final seconds, and it goes over the head of Phillips. He's able to get back. Phillips turns the corner, gets inside, wanted to hand it off. Somehow gets over to Fluch, and he gets it to go. As the half comes to an end, Wally Fluch makes it a 4-point game. It's 22-18 as we head to the halftime break here in this D-League Boys Division matchup on NorCal Sports TV. Welcome back. Mario Ramos alongside Joseph Yanez, producer extraordinaire is Joseph. Pleased to be alongside you here on NorCal Sports TV, the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, day 2 of camp. Day 1 of the league games. We're in the D-League division. It's the junior high division as Nunez gives it back over to Bader. Bader pounds the dribble a couple times and got an easy look down low. It's now 9 in the game for Landon Bader. We're back to a 2-point game at 20-22 in favor of the Altitude to come out here with Hansot. Jansen, Raya. Jansen gets it back and lays it in. Nice finish there for Trevor Jansen. He's got 10. 24-20. Bader turns away, tries to dish it to Nunez. Pass deflected into the hands of Jansen. Altitude on a run out. They give it off to Mason Johnson. A little patience. He had a mid-range shot. Couldn't get it to go. It's Johnson, Hansot, Raya, Bott, and Jansen. The 5 coming out for the Altitude as we start the second half. What a running floater there from Wally Fluch. A running jump shot, one of those ones the coaches are like, no. Oh, wait, nice shot. Good job. So back to a 2-point game as Raya gets a step. Drops it off inside. Bott with a nice finish. Sasha Bott now getting in the scoring column. Every member of the Altitude has at least a bucket. I like it. Good stuff. Bader cuts down low, tries to hit Fluch. Ball deflected by Avery Raya. Got a hand on that one. That's Coach Sam Garski coaching the Altitude. Coach Eduardo Morales coaching Team Energy as Fluch gets it, fades. Rebound in the hands of Raya. Raya gets it off the hands of Hansot. Transition 3 on the way. Back iron into the hands of Phillips. Phillips pushing the pace, rocking the sunglasses. Gets the shoulder into Raya, fades. And Fluch with the follow. Fluch can't get it to go down. And Mason Johnson is going to push it for the Altitude. Johnson signaling traffic out here for the Altitude. Wants Landon Hansot. Coach Garski wants to run a set. Raya up top to Johnson. Johnson launches a 3. Off the backboard into the hands of Bader. Bader looking to push the pace. Making sure no one's behind him. Finds Phillips in transition. Cuts across the grain. 1 dribble pull up. Nunez. Follow won't go. Bader has it. Pumps. Gets it to go. And 1. Landon Bader's second and 1 opportunity. Finishes at the rim. Gets some contact. He's got 11 in the ball game. Trying to add to that total here at the foul line. 2-point game. Bader cut that in half with the free throw here. And that one is good. So 1-point ball game, 25-26 as Bader gets the and 1. Dozen in the game for Landon. And so it's out to Johnson. Johnson pulls up for the mid-range, short. Bader boards. Nice outlet pass up ahead to Phillips. Catches it, pivots, finds himself on the right side of the basket. Fluch with the first follow. Second one is good. 8 now in the game for Wally Fluch. Lead over to the Energy, 27-26. And so, dribbling around. Phillips still with them. Johnson, Fluch challenging. Able to get a hand on that one. Ball kicked out to Jansen. And so, dribbling along the perimeter. Wanted to go back door. Phillips got a hand on it. Had a thread and needle to get that one to Raya. Going to stay down at this end with the Altitude. Trailing by 1. And so trying to get it in. He's at a little disadvantage. There's like a little dip down there, so he was in a lower elevation. Bader tried the Euro. can't get the layup to go down, but he earned himself a trip to the free throw line. 2 free throws upcoming here for Landon Bader.
After the free throws, we take a break.
Okay. We're at 12.
Bader, first free throw off the mark. 1 for 3 from the free throw line. We'll take one more free throw and then we'll step aside and have a substitution timeout. A good game brewing out here in D-League action as Bader can't get the free throw to go. Wally Flutes tries to save it in bounds, and he does to Trevor Jansen. And again, that's where we'll take our substitution timeout. A little over 12 minutes left to play here on NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. From the Sierra Outdoor School in Sonora, California, it's the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Got a 1-point game. 27-26 Energy out in front of the Altitude by the slimmest of margins. We're under 12 left to play. Jansen tosses up a wild shot, able to get it back. Kicks it out to Raya. Raya, one-footed floater. Nearly got the soft roll. Bounces over the hands of Chase Taylor, who kicks it out to Raya. His shot won't go from the corner, and Wally Floosh, high above everyone else, pulls down the rebound. Here's Landon Bader. Bader with 12 points, leading scorer for the Energy. Flooch, he's contributing as well. He's got 8, can get that one to go. The Energy retained possession. Phillips, shot off the mark and rebounded by Avery Raya, who's having a pretty good ball game for the Altitude. He's going to give way to Mason Johnson. Team in orange and blue down by a point. Johnson has his pocket picked by Elias Hackett. Good defense there by Elias. Elias nearly throws that one away. Flute's able to come up with it. Going to give it over to Bader. They find Hackett down low on the block. He lets Johnson go up and kicks it out to Bader. Hackett, tough follow away along the baseline. That one hits the side of the backboard, and Hackett just watches it bounce past him out of bounds over to the Altitude. Johnson walks across half court, picked up by Hackett. Get a ball screen from Burgess. They'll pick and pop. Burgess will fire. Flooch with the rebound. Flooch gives it away to Nunez. Nunez looking for someone to pass to, and he finds Flooch. The big man playing catch. Now they get it back up top to Bader. Phillips. Hands off to Hackett. Hackett long 2 on the way. Off the front rim. Chased down by Landon Bader. Bader tried to split the defense. Mason Johnson took it away. He's got a run out. Hackett giving chase, but he's not going to catch him. Mason Johnson puts the Altitude back out in front, 28-27. Second bucket for Mason Johnson. He's got 4. And every member of the Altitude has scored thus far. Bader marking out some signals, wants some spacing out there on the court. He gets it back from Hackett. Turns the corner inside. Tough shot over Burgess. Good defense. Nunez and Flutes trying to keep it in bounds, but hit the foam guard around the pole. 1 point lead here for the Altitude over the Energy. Johnson gave him the lead. There's Jansen looking to add to it, trying to rip it on Bader. Can't get a step. Now Johnson on Hackett. Over to Raya. Picked up by Nunez. There's a curl from Taylor. Gets to the elbow. Nice shot. Not only a nice shot there by Chase Taylor, but great read coming off that screen. See what his defender was doing. He curled it. Got himself a nice open look at the elbow. Splashed it down as Hackett doubled down on the baseline. Finds Phillips. Phillips drops the defender, gets to the basket. Layup won't go, but Flooch up and in for two. He's keeping the Altitude, or I'm sorry, the Energy in this one. Flooch with 10. Back to a 1 point game at 29-30. Johnson up top to Jansen. Taylor down low to Burgess. Burgess going at Flooch, kicks it back up top. Johnson, floater over Wally. Bounces off into the hands of Landon Bader. Bader slips it inside to Flooch. What a find. Flooch couldn't get it to go, but what a look there from Landon Bader. Approaching our next substitution. At the 7 minute mark as Burgess fades. Can't get that one to go down. One-handed rebound hauled in by Landon Bader. Bader on the right-hand dribble. No one's going to stop ball. He'll get all the way to the block. Layup won't go. Nunez, though, tries to follow it. Ball tapped and last touch by Burgess. That'll go out of bounds over to the Altitude. Hackett, step back, long range two. Goes into the hands of Johnson. Johnson whips it across, and Jansen able to keep it in bounds. Raya driving the baseline, tries to lay it up. Nunez with the rebound.
Timeout.
And stoppage in play coming up here as we got one more. When we get our 2 minute mark, we'll stop it one more time. We have a substitution stoppage right now here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV's coverage of the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp D-League Division ball game. Just under 6.5 left to play. We got a good one here. 1 point game between the Altitude and the Energy. The Altitude out in front. Energy with possession, and Flooch got tagged in the face and pulls the ball out and just tosses it up and in. His 12th point of the game has his squad, the Energy, out in front. 31-30. We'll have one more stoppage in play at the 2 minute mark. And then we'll play it out like a regular game, and that should be fun as this one looks like it's going to come down the stretch as Jansen knocks down his third three-pointer of the game. Finding the range, the young man from Escalon hits his third three. He's got 13 points. It's a 2 point lead for the Altitude as they lose the handle on that rebound. Jansen couldn't corral it. It's going to stay down here with the Energy. 31. Yeah. 33-31, yeah. 33-31 the score. We thought we had a discrepancy, but I think we're squared away as Flooch gets it down low, powers it in for two. Tied again, this time at 33. We were tied early on in the ball game, and these teams staying within earshot of each other. Here we are, knotted up at 33. His hand so thought he had broken the tie. That one was halfway down. It bounces out into the hands of Flooch. Bader's pass picked off by Raya, who's having a fine defensive game. Looking to push in the front court, trying to get past Nunez. Kicks out to Hansote. Hansote working the baseline. His floater is good. Landon Hansote with the bucket. Has the altitude up ahead, 35-33. Bader looking for Hackett to get it to Flooch. Flooch back up top to Landon Bader, guarded by Nash Burgess, trying to get a step on him. Takes him down on the block. A fall away, good defense by Burgess, but Bader able to chase it down. Finds Flooch. Flooch rises and fires. Shot won't go. Rebound, Trevor Jansen. Jansen with the run out. Bader trying to give chase. Got a piece from behind. What a block there from Landon Bader. Great hustle as Burgess is going to fire that one off to the left, and Bader pulls down the rebound. Saved what looked like two sure points for Trevor Jansen. Now looking to get his squad tied or maybe have the lead if they could get a bucket. Hackett all the way to the paint. Flooch pulls it out off the backboard too strong. Rebound Burgess. Burgess going to slow things down. Gets a step on Flooch. Takes him down to the baseline. Goes up. And he was hit on the way up. Two free throws coming up for Nash Burgess. Foul against Flooch. Two shots here for Nash. Nash was here last year, making his way back from Ukiah. Appreciate the return campers. 36-33. Altitude up in front. This one off to the left. Bader's going to let that one bounce out of bounds. It'll go over to the Energy. 3-point ball game, 36-33. 2:36 left to play. Page. Gets it out to Bader. Bader gets a ball screen, has an opening all the way to the basket. Layup's good for two. 1-point ball game as Landon Bader's able to connect for another one. He's got 14 points to pace the Energy. Trail by one, 35-36. And so, dropped it off to Jansen. Jansen comes off the ball screen. Will give it over to Raya. Jansen back in the corner, guarded by Bader. Burgess picked up by Flooch. And so, coming off the ball screen a couple of times. Thought he had an opening. Throws up a tough reverse layup. And that's going to take us to our 2-minute break as the Energy get a stop, and they'll have possession down by one when we return and play out these final 2 minutes like a regular ball game at the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Welcome back to the Sierra Outdoor School, the side of the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, D-League game, and it's a good one, 1-point ball game. The team with the basketball trailing 35-36. The energy down to the altitude. Here's Bader trying to kick it out to Phillips, who's throwing me off because he doesn't have his glasses on. Still know it's him. Page up top to Bader. Energy looking for a bucket, down by a point. Page trying to put him ahead. Long-range shot off the mark, out of bounds, over to the altitude. We'll have clock stoppages once we have whistles. Squads can pick up full court. However, the energy looking to pick up at half court. Johnson's going to walk it up. His squad up by a point. Hackett looking to pressure. They move it over to Taylor in the corner. Burgess up top. Fluch coming up, and Burgess tried to get a step on him. Now they kick it back out to Jansen. Jansen working at Bader. Lost the handle. Gives it up to Hackett. Hackett's got Taylor chasing behind him. He gives it off to Page. Page down low to Bader. Bader trying to power it in through Nash. Kicks it up to Phillips along the baseline. Phillips' pull-up shot won't go, and Burgess with the board. Big rebound there for Burgess as we got a minute left to play. Here's Johnson. Running against Hackett. Energy need a stop. Altitude trying to secure the victory as Jansen gets inside and lost it on the way up. No call from the official.
46 seconds. Full court
Going to
press
stay
is
down
allowed.
over here with the altitude. Ball last touched by the energy. Johnson to inbound. Looking for Jansen. Curls around. Layup won't go, but he's going to have 2 free throws as he was hit on the arm on the way up.
40 seconds left.
40 seconds remaining as the clock stops. 2 free throws here for Trevor Jansen, trying to put his team up by 3. They lead by 1. It's 36-35. First free throw from Jansen is good. Jansen now with 14 points in the ball game. Lead is 2, looking for 15. Would put his team up by 3 with 40 seconds left to play. Jansen's shot off the mark. Ball tapped into the hands of Bader. Under 40, 2-point ball game. 37-35. Energy down by a bucket. They have possession here with 30 seconds. Kick it up top to Hackett. Bader working on Burgess. Tough matchup. Hackett has it. Little head fake, gets it out to Phillips, fires for the lead. Too strong. Bader able to chase down the loose ball, gives it over to Fluch. He rises, fires, tying shot off the mark. Burgess with the rebound, under 10 seconds, trying to dribble it out. Phillips looking to foul. No foul yet. They get it over to Taylor, and that's going to do it here in this D-League game. A 2-point victory for the Altitude. They win this one 37-35. Over the energy here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. 14 points from Trevor Jansen to lead the way as the Altitude pick up the dub. For Joseph, I'm Mario. We'll see you next time here on NorCal Sports TV.